has it all got to be so terribly loud? For me, frankly, it's too loud. I just can't bear it. I happen to have grown up in the string quartet. So, why has it got to be so loud? So amplified?
Well, I don't guess it has to be, but I mean, that's the way we like it. And we didn't grow up with a string quartet, and I guess that could be one of the reasons.
Why has it all got to be so terribly loud?
And it doesn't sound terribly loud to us.
Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my! Do you suppose we'll meet any wild animals?
We might.
Problemaddicts.
Yeah, where we gon' take it? Where we wanna go? Wherever we make it. Where the next show? Patience ain't a virtue. Let's move it too slow. I ain't down with doing circles. I flow around the globe. Where we gon' take it? Where we wanna go? Wherever we make it. Where the next show? Patience ain't a virtue. Let's move it too slow. I ain't down with doing circles. Man, I flow around the globe.
Hey yo, past the trees and strawberry daiquiris. The squad of fat MCs about to hit your ass with a fantastic masterpiece. From the streets of Manhattan where rich folk pay like massive fees. The ghettos with my peoples put they hot dogs in they mac and cheese. Thugs packing key, rappers asking me how'd you perfect this mastery. Actually from practicing in the lab, you see. Writing flows so dope that they go to any track and beat. But barely make enough dough from shows for a Big Mac to eat. Damn.
3 hours to the show, 2.5 back. Fuck sleeping on the floor, I got a bad back. And I don't wanna be rude, but I really can't do any more of these shows for gas, money, and fruit. You got a spot to rock? No doubt I turn it out. Bring more heat than police with they burners out. 3,000 miles, still ain't hit the dirty south. Cruise at a venue near you, you should learn about.
It's on Paul, cue the GPS and the All-Star. OG with no cheese, hard at work like a porn star. Former 4-star restaurant connoisseur. Now I'm eating on the go, throwing garbage on the floor. Rhyming hard, no water, copy, call it ghost starter. No balls on your phone, no power, no charger. Living on the road's difficult, this I know, get miserable. The road with it, kid, I'm sick of sitting home. So, where we gon' take it? Where we wanna go? Wherever we make it. Where the next show? Patience ain't a virtue. Let's move it too slow. I ain't down with doing circles. I flow around the globe. Where we gon' take it? Where we wanna go? Wherever we make it. Where the next show? Patience ain't a virtue. Let's move it too slow. I ain't down with doing circles. Man, I flow around the globe.
My usual ammo is in the rental on the way to venues. Been a while since I had dental coverage and dinner time is mostly fried. Catch me flossing often like I just resigned. On my grind like Eric Neeson, paying dues perpetually. Sleep don't know the meaning of. Double book for most of the month. Showing up the clubs to crush and set and eject the other ones. Pour another rum and coke with one and only visits. It's the Alchemistics wizard, Jack Kerouac living.
I be the label owner, show promoter, street team coordinator, manager, web designer, the guy who hands the flyer to you, and the driver who do 80 on the freeway just to get to the club early and find a table for our DJ. So sound man, I ain't gonna antagonize you, but we can't rock the house to a 50s guitar amplifier. I ain't got the time to teach you EQ curves. Theory's willing up this beat, I gotta rock this verse. I'm out. 2 for 10, motherfucker. Come on, same time. It's dark side of Oz. Buy the shit right now. Listen, yo. It goes Jackson's, Jefferson's, Lincoln's, Benjamin's, the ink on the emblem, as dirty as it's ever been. Dollar bills, dividends, cash, green, Skrilla. So if you going green, then we know what you mean. Washing your Washingtons, handling your Hamiltons. I done dirt with the best of them. To bring your finances it's in. The pyramid scheme, called the American dream. We want the Fort Knox riches, cause money talks bitches. Change. Yeah, it's under the cushions. I got no stomach for the bullshit all the pundits are pushing. So I rustle up a couple of bucks and run for the pub. Can a high life and a hunger for love. And no, money can't buy that stuff, it's true enough. But I take a couple of loose sluts with huge drugs, they're a dime a dozen. And can you spare a dime? Cause I'm broke it in the man who gave you hammer time. And I handle mine, I'm not here to critique shitty jam bands and take drugs to expand my mind. I'm just grinding CDs, if you ain't planning to buy it, keep your mouth shut like a fucking pantomime. Cause I don't care about your Grateful Dead family ties, but your biological sister's a fan of mine. And she cool with the fact that I can't provide. What's a dozen roses, girl? Here's a dandelion. Like damn, you're fine. Girl, you're looking like a million. Charge it to my Uncle Sammy, oh like 9 trillion. Dip, dip, die, what the dollar symbolize? Nothing much but fuck, so let me wallow in your thighs. My bad, didn't mean to break your glass slippers. I stamped her ass with a sticker and posted it on Flickr. Get the picture? A free download for no cash. And Roger Waters can sue us for dough that we don't have. Like what? Cheddar, bread, bone, greenback, loot. Best believe it's all evil, man. Money's the root. C note, funds, currency, cake, measuring your manhood
by how much you can make.
It's a man-made menace, and it never came free. But I never made money,
so it never made me.
It's the pyramid scheme called the American dream. We want the Fort Knox riches, cause money talks, bitches.
Every Friday grab my checking and I'm cashing it quick. Hit the bank and the teller behind the counter's laughing at shit. I ain't gotta pretend, cause she knows I barely make ends. Seems like cheddar jewels and a nice cause, the American trend. I take the bus, rock no ice, ain't got no dough, but my flow's nice. So if you want some ridiculous spitting, better hold tight. I kick a half-hour set of freestyle verses the whole night. It all depends on whether the dough's right.
I gather all my change up to a big shiny pile. Calculate gas money to the 10th of a mile. So fly, pay my tab with a wink and a smile. Who you know broke is this with immaculate style? PBR in a can when I usually sip. Outfit freshly dipped out the hoopty whip. Double parked at the club in for free with a squad. Then I'm taking 6 of whatever's free at the bar.
We've got to get away. We've got to run away.
Buckle your seatbelt.
It's a twister. It's a twister.
Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.
They rode in on a twister like Pecos Bill. Mr. Collects in Waco, it ain't no drill. Sharp rappers make those, hey yo, we take your bills. Stole the headlines, cause you know the stage show ill. I raised the roof like tornado, drop the floor in your dome, and watch the little people celebrate your fall from the throne. Got my squad on the road, son, addicts for life. Over the rainbow, we travel through the fractals of light. To the dark side, tapping on the backs of my nights. Black and white was last album, now we trapped in the night. Satellites watch, keep a close eye on the poppies. That's a cash crop, half ours, talks off the oxy. Ask my dog, where are we? Even Dorothy on pills, Judy Garland, OD, Diana Ross, Cop Grills. They say the boss in the city, but I'm lost in the hills. The closer I get to home, the more lost that I feel.
If you fall asleep in the field of poppies, you could lose your wife and children. Wicked wizards in black robes are handed life decisions. If you want some true division, just look out the true religion. Watch them guns bust and towns fall for superstitions. We ain't fall for martial law with troopers out the jurisdiction. I ain't with the law at all. These bitches better keep their distance. Listen when the lion call the monkey paw, leave you twisted, laying siege to the Emerald City on some true resistance.
The whole concept behind Emerald City is that we never take our eyes off anybody.
We don't.
Well, then how do you explain Beecher getting a swastika burned onto his asshole, Miguel Alvarez cutting his face all up, or inmates using classrooms to snort fucking heroin?
This life, Tim, shit slides through. You're a very bad.
I'm straight out the field and I make all you birds fly away. I'm the scarecrow standing on post with no brain. I don't think straight. Wait, what the hell did I say? I think I lost all my marbles around the way. I ain't playing with a full deck, I ain't all there. I'm on the yellow brick road, so I don't know where. Somebody said go to Oz and I don't understand. I'm walking with a lion, smacking up the Tin Man. This chick by the name of Dorothy got a plan. Try to pet a dog, told her, but he bit my left hand. He's a rockwaller, so he started tugging on my straw. So I slammed him on the floor and I kicked him on the jaw. All of a sudden I'm lost, like who am I? Then this dude named the Wizard looked dead in my eyes. He said, you crazy, B, you a straight knucklehead. I looked at him again and forgot what he said.
Yo, I'm heavy in every hood, like Punch Chain. A rhinestone cowboy, my 6-shooter bling roll dolo. Down the yellow brick road with no Toto. No homo, more heart than a cowardly lion. Headed for Oz like Mount Zion. The Wizard of Selassie, I'm trying to ink a deal for my posse. On our way to the Emerald, march down the yellow brick road like a general. Skipping along, blowing on a dookie. Munchkins salute me, flying monkeys try to shoot me. While a witch watching through the crystal ball like a groupie. 2 hours later, we made it there. The Wizard recliner sitting up in his favorite chair. He looked up and said,
ain't no record labels here for the trouble. Here's a golden microphone. If you check it 3 times and you go back home.
Yo, if your day's filled with too much shit and your eyes don't show no quit, welcome to this bitch. It's called life, one way to leave. In meantime, don't forget to breathe. You know, take your time for a second, hit pause on the record, grab a chair, sit your ass down. To keep your mind in the session, ain't no time for you stressing out your head to the beautiful sound. Yo, man, it seemed like yesterday it was all for the one. Then I blinked, woke up, turned around and had a son. Now it's all for the love of my seed. Man, that's all that I need to sit down and take a second to breathe. Like, is it morning again? I don't get a chance to sleep, I'm just resting my chin. West of the wind, resting where the rest of them live. It seemed like last night I was stressing my bid. Bill collectors wanna mess with the kid, like I got something to give. Pot to piss in or one with the lid. Throw it down for the crown, I throw it down for a daps in a pound. Come around where we letting off sound. It warmed my heart to see the dance floor filled. On stage is the only place time stands still. This is my anthill and I'm king of the pow. I got so many reasons to smile. Yo, if your day's filled with too much shit and your eyes don't show no quit, welcome to this bitch. It's called life, one way to leave. In meantime, don't forget to breathe. You know, take your time for a second, hit pause on the record, grab a chair, sit your ass down. To keep your mind in the session, ain't no time for you stressing out your head to the beautiful sound.
Hey yo, I'm sorry if I'm short when we talk at times. I got a lot on my fork, dog, yours and mine. Crossed the line on a couple occasions. Came back with some wild ass justifications. And frustration shine through, but you let it slide with such patience, like blood relations. For you I do the same shit. We slip and climb back, check where your mind's at. Reflect on the times when you didn't try to find that. Reminded of the back steps, more than the success. Smiles fade fast as pain lasts if you cut flesh. Get this track published, they can call me a nut. Yes, and say I do myself in over too much stress. Nah, fuck this. I only got as much as the rest. Even my role models told me that it fuck with the best. Some nights I hold bottles, life got me depressed. Don't let the potholes stop you when breath follows the next just.
Sick of it all, feeling like a brick in the wall, a brick in the road. I'm tripping like I'm licking a toe.
It's been that same old, run rabbit run in the world of scarecrows. I'm done, acting dumb.
My joints are rusty, my mind's trying to find a point. Trust me, I'm out the poppy field, already enjoyed enough sleep.
Wide awake, see, touch and absorb, and I really don't think we in Kansas no more.
You know the workforce payrolls, the worst tornadoes. Streets paved with gold, but the dirt pours, stay broke.
Hope and the power to dream is still free, trying to see more than those that went before me seen.
As I expand my mind, I'm working on a plan to find what's lurking, cause the man behind the curtain is a pantomime for certain.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride, no diversion. I'm learning, every day the earth turn is urgent.
Took a trip that completely changed how I see. Used to think cowardly, now I'll be living life powerfully.
Breathe in courage as I breathe out home. I believe we all really just trying to find home.
We start small like we 3 feet tall, then we evolve. Monkeys growing wings till we free of these walls.
Now I feel things like I never felt things. Got hit with some liquid, now I'm melting.
And now, a message from the President of the United States, George W. Bush.
Good morning. Today, my administration is releasing our 2008 National Drug Control Strategy. First, we are working to ensure a supply of drugs by strengthening law enforcement and partnering with other countries to keep the destructive cycle of addiction. Second, we're working to reduce the prevention and education programs. We'll also target the demand for drugs, particularly among young people. Since the program went into effect 6 weeks ago, the number of Americans who have died from prescription drug overdoses has increased. The abuse of prescription drugs by youth has increased. 1 out of every 3 children are using drugs today than when we began these efforts. The federal government will continue to do its part to profit from addiction and to help restore the flow of traffic of highly addictive prescription drugs as quickly as possible, so we can keep this important program serving America's poorer children. The results so far are clear. Dorothy has 6 prescriptions, and previously she paid about $300 a month for her medicines. And now, instead of paying $300 a month, she will pay more than $1,000. Throughout America, we should be guided by a clear principle. Whether you have a family work for a living, own a business, or are simply struggling to get by on a low income, drug abuse is glamorous and free of consequences. Thank you for listening.
Minuscule, the menace who ain't flow when he spit it. Critics in interviews, so give me room in it to win it. Since I was in the womb and I'll press for the pinnacle till my energy interlude used to be a bit bitter and cynical. Nothing changed, except I grew into the shoes I tried to wear but didn't fit into. Realize it's bigger than you and I. Individual visions elusive, we indivisible, unified. Only difference between a kid in prison for moving pies and a quote legitimate businessman in a suit and tie. One's doing time, the other is on the jury, just caught on different sides of the pyramid, seducing I. Who are you? Just a human using this music to utilize my polluted mind, looking for some bluer skies, do or die, shooting through the storm, brewing, looming high. What's the truth? You decide. Who knows where the future lies? Greedy for freebies, defeated completely, working the seedy street with the squeegee. I'll go out squeezing for freedom and speak allegiance that'll leave a piece of me reaching every region from bleeding graffiti, CD, encyclopedia, CB radio frequency, even deceiving TV screen or receive it. What I mean is you can stop my heart from beating, my breathing, but deeming me being dead is some nonsense. You need to quit it, either that did it for dinner, dim with it, idiot didn't get the edit messages, be fed up with it, watching the television become the supervision, babysitting, raising children on the ideals of consumerism. Spare me the euphemism, American feudal system. Cherish the booming business and stare at the luminescence. Impairing our view of fiction, appearing a true depiction. A lucid, hallucinogenic fear is the group condition. It's very accumulative, apparently unifying. Hysterical superstitions as eerie as lunar missions and terrorist crucifixions. Empirical proof is missing. Imperial troopers with libertarian cruise missiles are very amusing when the interior's fully fitted. Who cares if it's fuel efficient? What's air with pollutants in it? Just carry the new tradition, cause wearing computer chips in your skin is in science fiction. It's barely futuristic. They bury the tool of wisdom in various schools, religions, material, movie images, institutions, and prisons. The clarity youth is missing. I'm sharing my truth with them like barreling through a prism, as rare as the moon eclipse.
I've heard the myth, and I've actually sort of seen how it works, and it's very impressive. But I mean, there are two elements to that. One is, who on earth spent that much time working with that track and that movie? And you know, you could try it. You could probably try it with other records and other films.
Times are changing. Let's go back and yo, let me take you back like historians. Overflux capacitor in the back of a DeLorean. Before the end of magic and myth, we chatted with our guys, maybe even passed them a split. Religion, now we practice that shit, we used to live it and kick it with the spirit realm, cause it was that vivid. Before we were enslaved in pavement, we were cavemen, asking favors from gods with cave paintings, manifestations and oracles. When's the last time you questioned inside of a prayer? It wasn't rhetorical. We used to use ritual and sacrifice to find infinity, but now it's visible with satellites. The flashing lights of the idiot box, that's the new god, part of an insidious plot meant to rob us of the spiritual, take away the miracles, till the fear control with a sickness that's incurable. Why you think tobacco and tequila are legal, but mushrooms and sativa are evil? If people started looking deep beyond the surface, they might see themselves as something beyond workers. The government is nervous, so they keep it simple. Kill the witches in the woods, keep the prayer in the temples. But underground medicine men keep the vision strong. Magic is alive and well, even while they sing this song.
The witch is dead, rich old witch. The wicked witch, ding dong. The wicked witch is dead.
Listen, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to see the witches stay burning at the stake. Different from a flames with the same hate sermon, and nothing changed but the name, the King James Version. And that pointy hat was replaced by today's turban. So what's the point of this prevalent premonition? Oppressive prejudice, president, predecessor religions. It went from pope to president, lord to bank treasurer, noble knight to general, tax collector to creditor. It's all the same shit, just the toilets getting shined. Cocaine's the new cotton, boil it and dye to watch the colors bleed together, metaphorically applies to this brave new world order, the royalty aligned. We're growing ups conforming to the corporate design, and our faith is a tool because loyalty is blind. I tell you there's a hope, but that is spoiled the surprise. Besides, it's been this way since the origin of time. Damn, look where we headed again. The leader of free men wear a devilish grin. Enlist, load the clip, start wetting again. Will they kill for you? How the US measures its friends. The game is rigged and they ain't letting you win. It's straight to the pen with your medicine men. I cook my thoughts down to intelligent gems. Revolutions on Fox, I'm not telling you when. Fuck changing their laws, that's a part of their plot. Why the fuck you think the cops raid medicinal herb shots? Even in states that's legalized, the FBI still snapping pictures from the sky with the eagle eye. Magic woman off Manhattan with a torch lit, peddling pipe dreams till you're tired and you're poor with corporate endorsements and pitiful portions of apple pie dreams and screaming distortions. Pay no attention to the man behind the pixels. Ring around the telly with a pocket full of pistols. All's fair and free market, isn't it fun? Hell yes, I'm bitter, give me my religion and guns. Competition for crumbs, free to tread a fine line with a technicolor soul and anesthetized mind. Somewhere over the rainbow on a yellow brick road, in the land where the streets are paved where fools go. So do what you're told with the illusion you're sold. Delusions of control hold you while you're losing your soul. I stare at the camera till the camera stares back. It's high time I went home, but where's the... God, we take it back home for the civil liberties robbed. All the people locked down just wanna go home, but the prosecutors hitting them hard, and it's wicked and flawed. When the average prison guard knows less than the con about criminal law, like cinematography, it's a facade, and the judge is faker than the Wizard of Oz. But it's far from the image on your idiot box when your lives in the hands of illiterate slobs. So my PO's asking for proof of employment, but he's the one who needs to get a legitimate job. So I get in my car and try to go home. Now I'm pulled over on the side of the road, pigs in my face with a flashlight. I ain't got an attitude, you ain't asked right. That's right, I ain't got no drugs in the whip. As much as I like to be puffin' a spliff, Mr. Policeman, I don't do that. We all know what kind of childhood you had. Move back, little rookie punk. Do I look like I'm ballin' with the freezer lock food back? I ain't got the kicks to necessitate a shoe rack. Caught up in the system, just trying to move back. People locked down just wanna go home. Soldiers overseas just wanna come home. If it's the place where your heart is at, how could you ever forget where you from? People
locked down just wanna go home. Soldiers overseas just wanna come home. If it's the place where my heart is at, how could I ever forget where I'm from?
What's it take to get the troops back home to the families and stop the Bush administration's bullshit calamities? Make a real change to the pain and the hardship and total retarded government home is where the heart is. If this was the Wizard of Oz, it would be difficult odds. The yellow brick road, you're never getting across. Gas prices elevated, make it harder to drive, but that still won't stop me from walking outside. Dick Cheney is the wicked man of the West. I wish a goddamn house would fall and land on his chest. A flying monkey named George Bush leaves the planet of stress. So how is we as one people gonna handle this mess? We gonna stand and unify and defiance the lies, even though the government tries to hide and disguise from the truth. Listen up and open your eyes, cause this is our home and our home is the prize.
It's home.
Tap your heels together 3 times. Think to yourself, there's no place like home. 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 There's no place like I've never heard of a beautiful witch before.
Knowledge, wisdom, understanding is the key to wealth. Put some clothes on that ass and you respect yourself. Sisters with good minds get no respect when the ass is all hanging out playing the bar section of the club.
I'm Dorothy Gale from Kansas.
Won't you go with me, pleaded the little girl.
Girl, I respect your hustle, but on the real, I ain't trying to fuck you, no, cause you know I can't trust you, ain't no puzzle, figure out you's a ha. Girl, I respect your hustle, but on the real, I ain't trying to fuck you, no, cause you know I can't trust you, ain't no puzzle, figure out you's like this, y'all. It's a Saturday night, DJs bumping the speakers, all I see standing around me is like hundreds of skeezers. Damn, now the classy one is up in the bunch, they either want you to buy him a drink or get him some lunch, or they just spending your cash and puffing your drill where you want. I love the freaks, but fuck them hoes. You know them chicks with the dramas. Baby Dash shows up with hoodies and pajamas in the club saying, get your ass in the Honda. While she's yelling back in high heels and her skirt is too short, with a pink ass purse filled with condoms and some Newports. X-Man shouting back while the bouncer laughs, and you pissed cause everybody is dancing and the music sounding fat. Now you gotta leave cause your kids can't sleep, cause your man woke him up and put him in the backseat. Now he's yanking on my arm, pajamas smelling like weed. I hope he save a little bit of that fucking chronic for me. Better believe it.
She practically live in the club. You know the one discussing nothing unless you fill up a cup. Low cut jeans, tramp stamping requisite Uggs. A recipe that means disaster. And I caught the girl in action. Was glancing from the corner, so you wait for dudes to order. You front, you left your wallet, flash a smile. Yo, we bought it. What part of starving artists don't you understand? Cause honestly, the only alcohol I guess this pocket full of nips. If you ain't go by your destination in our interaction, ain't attracted by your ass flashing tactics. So imagine me try and take you home and introduce you to my folks. Like Modest is Nicole, and yo, she's magic on the pole. Impossible to turn a hoe into a housewife. There's way too many vows to buy, and you ain't Vanna White. Tonight's the night, it's looking like you might just need a cab in the market for a classy broad and not these smut bags. Let's go.
Girl, I respect your hustle, but on the real, I ain't trying to fuck you, no, cause you know I can't trust you, ain't no puzzle, figure out you's a ha. Girl, I respect your hustle, but on the real, I ain't trying to fuck you, no, cause you know I can't trust you, ain't no puzzle, figure out you's a ha.
Keep digging, little player, I ain't pouring haterade. Cecilia, I wish you the best of luck on your paper chase. But if you think I paid a fuck, you're tripping. Only smashing gon' happen when I mush you with the fadeaway. It's safe to say you taking shots of liquor because you don't drink beer. You're trying to watch your figure. Now tell me, what's wrong with this picture? You trying to squeeze a martini out of me while I'm drinking off a pitcher. And it's funny to me to see you dropping your jaw, waving your hands, kicked out of the club for the drama you caused. Cause some girl stole your outfit, you were shocked and appalled and never thought just maybe she also shops at the mall. Listen, the women are distinguished, the ladies aren't shady. Too many little girls out there having babies. A hoe is a hoe, I refer to them as bitches. You a bitch, your friend's a bitch, that's plural, you some bitches.
Who that chick sipping liquor left the kids with no sitter? This for you. This for you, bitch. If you ain't heard, don't bicker with us. Say, bitch, get a clue, bitch. Get a clue, bitch. You know the ones with two lives that eventually collide. I see them on the dance floor sweating out their pride. Go get her in the dead of winter out with no sweater in this cold weather. Damn ho, you should've known better. Sidestepping through the club like a crab. No cheddar in a bag, mascara in a Trojan mag. For the big spender, no jag, she on the rag. Big Fender Rolls Royce, butter, leather and shag. And she bang. She bang like Ricky Martin, you know, take it in the ass. Shit don't get me started, I hit it once. Yeah, I hit it twice. Can't say it ain't fun, but it just ain't right.
Girl, I respect your hustle, but on the real, I ain't trying to fuck you, no. Cause you know I can't trust you, ain't no puzzle, figure out you's a ha. Girl, I respect your hustle, but on the real, I ain't trying to fuck you, no. Cause you know I can't trust you, ain't no puzzle, figure out you's a ha.
Say, get in there before I make a dime back out of you. How's she coming? Take it easy. What's the matter, girl? That little old pig make a coward out of you? Look at you. And the next time she squawks, walk right up to her and spit in her eye. That's what I do. You're running away.
How'd you guess?
Professor Marvel never guesses, he knows. Now, why are you running away? No, don't tell me. They don't understand you. They don't appreciate you. You want to see other lands, big cities, big mountains, big oceans.
Why, it's just like you could read what was inside of me.
There's one dog to another, huh? Now, you better close your eyes, my child, for a moment in order to be better in tune with the infinite. We cannot do these things without reaching out into the infinite. Yes, that's all right. Now you can open them. We'll gaze into the crystal.
Problematic.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Place where there isn't any trouble. It must be. Far, far away.
I'm from a bad land where a badger let you kill the black man. They grabbed hands saying we shall overcome back when. Now it's serenity prayers as the enemy nears. If we want the courage to change, best to prepare. Kennedy and Genevieve like one and the same. Jack and Bobby got dropped, guess it come with the game. We been saying let it be until Lennon got shot. Now the revolution's off my TV like Gil Scott. It's in the streets with the riot gear. We ain't never quiet here. They try and clear us off the block, keep us petrified in fear of cops. SWAT teams got beams when you're not. Dogs unseen, cameras watch everything but your thoughts. A revolution, armed cruising, presidential execution. But it's all in the mental for now, so keep it moving on these hard roads. They told me they were paved in gold, but then again, so's the chain. I'm like a slave being sold.
It's one joke I seen on TV. His home had been washed away 4 times. 4 fucking times. Why don't he just leave? Why don't he jump in that pickup and drive to higher ground? Or is he like us in ours? There ain't no higher ground.
Won't you take me with you?
Yeah, check it. the direction we're going will turn Gaia into a dead soul, decrepit inside your core, ready to unleash a threshold that leaves people gasping for air, but never lets go, and catastrophically raises the entire planet's death toll. Starts with a microchip implanted inside your wrist to swipe over counters so you can pay for the price of your kicks. But in religious terms, that's called the mark of the beast. Money, greed, and technology is now a part of physique.
In this nuclear winter scene, I seen a dream, a strange disease. It sees the hearts and thoughts of those across the globe and docile mind control. Strangleholds on media was thought to keep the peace, so they pumped it through the streets and slipped the packs in when you sleep. Our reaction to these beats like reavers, firefly speaks to reach and shake the shackles off. Holocaust and awful casualties, the least of your concern. Sky is turned into a smog by an oxygen of bars. It's the darker side of Oz.
Feel the surge blast, mercury splash from burst of thermostat. Smell the burning trash, nerve gas, and pay your birth tax. Yes sir. Army fatigue, surgical mask, third class exploit, checkpoint, searching your bag. Nurse practitioner strip you and lay you down like it's safe and sound. The state in doubt, identifications now. An implemented implant straight routed to your digital bank account with residual rates allowed. Nuclear fallout lays waste to vacant towns. Political socioeconomics breaking down. You get embodied like Lieutenant Benjamin Franklin's house. If not, the mutated hounds will chase you down. Packs of ravenous wild dogs salivate, picking charred remains from a shallow grave that stretches for miles long. 1 in 20's the survival odds, martial law. Entire families are tried and charged to die by a firing squad. And it's the same time song, sirens, alarm shots, explosions, then the virus evolves. The last remnants of civilized society falls to bloodthirsty humanoids cannibalizing us all. An onslaught of hydrogen bombs are armed and triggered. Nuclear winter blocks the sun from rising at dawn. The last human dies reaching for a violent god. 2012, damn, I hope the minds are wrong. The dark side of Oz.
Some place where there isn't any trouble. Do you suppose there is such a place, Toto? There must be. It's not a place you can get to by a boat or a train. It's far, far